Welcome back to AutoTechNick, and today we're working on this 2009 Ferrari F430, and I'm going to show you guys how to correct the chronic loose mirror. So this is a very common problem on 430s where the mirror develops a little bit of a wiggle. You can see it right there. This one's really not too bad. It's pretty early, and this is one of those things that anytime I have a 430 in the shop, I do check the mirrors, give them a little bit of wiggle, see if there's any play, see if we need to address it. Passenger side is fine. Driver's side is usually the one that's much worse and loose, and I think that's just because this door sees a lot more cycles than the passenger side of the car. So just from the door being shut and the way these mirrors are mounted, everything loosens up and they develop a little bit of a wiggle. It can get a lot worse here. So what we're going to do to get this taken care of is if we drop down here on the bottom, you can see there's 3 screw holes. They're T20s. We need to pop those screws out so we can loosen this mirror from the mirror base. Now we have all the wiring from the mirror adjustment for the motor in the mirror, so we're not going to be able to take this all the way off. It will pop off a pin on the top side and have wiring here on the bottom. So I'm going to get a fender cover draped over here on the door so that way we don't have to worry about any of the paint getting scratched and marred up. I'm going to take those torque screws out of the mirror, pop this off, and I'll show you the real cause of these loose mirrors. So you can see you got the fender cover here, and I have our 3 T20s out of there. Now I use my little bit driver right here, and I have an incredibly shallow T20 bit that I use to get up in there. You don't have a lot of room with the door, the fight like a normal driver in there. This is my go-to combination. You can see I have the screws there. So with all the hardware out of the mirror, we can gently take this mirror and pick it up. And we need to work it out of the base right there so you can see the pin where it sat on the top. And we can see all of our wiring down there on the bottom that's holding it in. And you can see this base plate right there with those 2 screws. And there's one right up there at the top. Those are what loosen up and cause the play. It's not actually the T20 Torx that screw into that black piece right there. It's actually those screws right there. So what I will do, I'm going to set this mirror back in place since I only have one hand. So what I will do is I'm going to take each one out. I'm going to Loctite them, screw them back in, tighten them down, and then it's just as simple as putting our 3 T20s back in. Tighten everything down, and that way we'll have this problem resolved. Loctite's going to help hold them so that the way they don't loosen up again, and it will be a permanent repair. So I'm going to need both hands. I'm going to get those screws Loctited, snugged back down, get our 3 T20s in, and show you guys the final product here. And just like that, the mirror is back on, and you can see now it's firm, 0 wiggles, taken care of. Not a big deal at all to get that taken care of on the 430. Again, it's a very common problem. A lot of 430s suffer that issue. Not too bad of a job, couple quick minutes, a little bit of Loctite, it's a permanent repair, and you get it taken care of. So it was a quick short one today, guys, but just a quick little tip I want to share with you. I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.